Welcome to your online math class. I wanted to introduce myself to you as well as help you get started in the class, so let's get started. First off, the first thing you want to do in this class is get into Canvas. So in Canvas, you're going to find the instructor bio, the syllabus, the course calendar, instructor notes, and information about my math lab. In fact, let me pull up Canvas right now for one of my generic classes, and you can kind of see what it would look like. Let's see if I can get that for you. There we go. So in a normal Canvas class, you'll see, once you've clicked on your class, you'll normally see the Home tab on the left side of the screen. And then in the middle of my page, it'll say Welcome to whatever class you're in. And notice that the first option in that box is the Start Here page. Below it will be all of your chapters that we'll be covering, depending on what class you're in. So if you click on that Start Here page, that's where you're going to first find information about the course itself, whatever course it is that you're studying with me. You'll find my instructor bio there, where you can find out a little bit of information about me. And then below it, you'll find that What's Next piece of information. Now, this is for a specific class. It might not be yours, but the basic idea is the same. You'll go to this Start Here page, you go to the What's Next area, and that'll tell you how to navigate through the class. So let me show you some things that you'll be seeing on this page. Get there. There we go. Some of the things that I hope that you'll be looking for. One, after the instructor bio, is the syllabus and the course calendar. Make sure that you print those out, keep them handy, because they will be your guide to surviving and thriving this semester. Second, my notes in Canvas. If you remember back to that first page, you saw the Start Here page option, and then you had chapter this, chapter this, chapter this. I put them in the order that you study them, so if you click on those, you'll be able to access the notes and any videos or audio notes that I prepared for you for your class. Finally, at the bottom of that same Start Here page, you'll notice the registration for my math lab information. It's just like purchasing a textbook, only you purchase an access code, either with my math lab directly or from your bookstore at Valencia. Once you have that access code and you enter our course ID number, which is also on that Start Here page, you'll have access to the ebook. You'll have access to the online homework with lots of helpful tools to help you practice and see how you're understanding the content, as well as any chapter tests that we are assigning, and the gradebook. I don't actually keep grades in Canvas. That's something that might be different from other professors in your past or in your present. I actually keep all of my grades in my math lab because they're the most current, up-to-date, based on how much homework and how many tests you've taken. In fact, I always recommend you check your grades the day after your test, because that will be when your grades are most reliable, most accurate. One last slide here I want to talk through with you. What is next for week 1, right? Besides just going through and getting yourself comfortable in Canvas. Well, in Canvas, you'll notice on that Start Here page again, there will be a link to the syllabus quiz as well as to the intro post in the discussion forum. Now, why is that important? Well, the syllabus quiz will help me see that you're actually present, as well as give you a chance to go over the syllabus, right? To make sure that you understand the key components of what the course entails and what is expected of you and what I'm promising to you as your professor. Finally, the intro post will also be linked on that Start Here page. In the discussion forum, you're going to have to answer some basic questions about yourself and make sure that you meaningfully reply to others. That's a great place to start making connections to your classmates and hopefully form study groups throughout the semester. And finally, you're going to want to start your homework in my math lab. Right? Homework is the place where you actually put the learning into action. Watching videos and filling in notes, that's kind of passive learning, but the active learning will start when you actually start practicing on your own. So get started right away. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to email me or drop by my office, but it's up to you now. Get ready. Math is not a spectator sport.